Anyways, Trisha Funk, financial coach and founder of financeswithfunk.com. And I want to talk to you about something today that kind of happened to me recently, and it really made me relate some of what I just put together in Change Your Money Mindset with this concept. So have you ever had an instance where you were really excited about something, or you had a great idea? Maybe you're really proud of an accomplishment that you did, or so maybe you just got something that you were really excited about and you had kind of been wanting for a while, and it could be something as simple as a new golf club, or it could be a new sweater, or whatever it happens to be. And then one person makes some snarky comment, and it kind of ruins it for you. You're not really all that excited about the opportunity anymore. You're not really excited or feel quite as good about that accomplishment that you were just soaring about 10 minutes ago. And whatever that thing is, the golf club, suddenly as somebody else made some little rude comment about how stupid it was, or that's not a good one, or whatever, or I hate that color of the sweater or the shoes or whatever, it kind of starts to deteriorate our perception of the item or the thing. And that's one person saying something one time. So what about those limiting statements or those negative statements that get said over and over and over again? The interesting thing about repetition is that regardless of the validity of it, our brains start to accept it as truth. And so that means the derogatory comments we regularly get from our boss, that means the little comments or condescending statements that maybe we got from a parent growing up. Or how about every time we mention a specific idea or a dream or a goal to a spouse and all we get is eyes rolled at us? Those things start to alter our perception of whether we're making the right choice, whether we really do have a good idea, whether what we're investing in, or the decisions that we're making, whether those are good decisions or bad decisions. So an example in our relationship with our finances may be that we've decided that we're going to get out of debt, or we've decided, let's say, that we want to pay the mortgage off, and we have a reason that we want to do that. We want to do that because it allows flexibility in our income then to truly be able to invest in exactly what we choose to invest in at that time, and we don't want that obligation of the mortgage. Everybody and their brother is going to have an opinion, and everybody and their brother feels it's their human right to share that opinion with you as why that's a dumb idea. My point is, and I do have one, I can't think of my point right now. Oh, I remember my point. In the most basic sense, this is branding. This is what marketing does to us, right? Marketing makes us associate certain products with an image, a mental image, a tagline, a slogan, right? We are sold on the idea. Why? Because it's been repeated to us over and over and over again. So my point in this rambling is that we need to be able to dissect the fact from the fiction. We need to be able to, especially when we're making financial decisions about our future, we need to be able to identify what is appropriate for us and what is inappropriate for us. And so this is the process that I think is important. You know, after having a conversation with my husband about the situation and kind of maybe complaining a little bit, he really brought me back to, why would you let someone else have the power to take away your excitement about that thing? And their statement wasn't valid. Everything about the way it happened was totally inappropriate on their part. And I realized that I really was kind of negatively thinking about that because of that one person's response. So the whole concept here is, if you make a decision that you want to get out of debt, it doesn't matter what other people think. And all of those times that you've told yourself, this situation's hopeless, I'm never going to be able to do this, I'll never be able to buy a house, those are just worthless dreams that are never going to transpire in my lifetime. That negative talk and that negative mindset is what's keeping you stuck. And just because in your mind you think you're never going to be able to be debt free, is absolutely ridiculous. We all have opportunities in life, and we all have choices that we make. And so instead of wasting our time thinking about all of the can'ts, we just need to identify where our brain is going to that negative and take that and put that into a plan of action. When we identify those negative thought processes, that's when we can act in spite of them. That's when we can really look at them from a perspective of truth and from a foundation of truth, rather than allowing some part of that to represent truth in our life when there really is no validity whatsoever to that situation. So take some time to evaluate whether you're allowing someone else to change your perspective. And yes, absolutely, sometimes different of opinions are good, but sometimes they're not. So when it comes to your finances, when it comes to the decisions you're making in your life, when it comes to setting the goals that you want to set, make sure that you're not allowing other people's perception, other people's flawed perceptions, to dictate what you tell yourself you're able to do. Probably a little bit inappropriate to be stripping on camera.
Reinforcement.
Repetitious negative reinforcement.